All right, pull up a chair because we're about to get into the real story behind one of Jamaica's most legendary voices. We're talking about Buju Banton, a man whose voice is so deep and iconic it could probably calm a thunderstorm. But behind that unmistakable bass and those Grammy-winning tracks lies a story that's anything but smooth sailing. This isn't just another rags-to-riches tale. This is about a man who made struggle sound like soul music. Now, let's rewind the tape and press play on the part of the story that most people miss. Buju's name isn't just some catchy stage moniker. Nope, it's packed with meaning. His mom called him Buju as a nickname, a term of endearment in Jamaica. And the Banton part? That's borrowed from a legendary storyteller named Buju Banton. So basically, from childhood, this man was destined to be a lyrical force. And let's not skip over the fact that he didn't just rise, he exploded onto the music scene. We're talking about a guy who has dropped 12 albums and still managed to stay relevant through decades of shifting sounds, trends, and controversies. That's not just staying power, that's legacy building. Oh, and get this. He recorded music while serving time in prison. Who else is making chart-topping hits behind bars like it's just another Tuesday? By the late 1990s, Buju wasn't just part of reggae. He was reggae, with albums like Inna Heights climbing to the top and becoming financial and cultural milestones. Sure, he's had his fair share of headlines that weren't so flattering, but if resilience was a genre, Buju would be the top-streamed artist. So when you hear that gravelly voice drop a verse about freedom or love, just know it's coming from someone who's lived through it, lost through it, and kept singing anyway. And that, my friends, is what makes Buju Banton more than just an artist. He's a movement. He's a message. He's the voice of an era. From Kingston's side streets to Dancehall's center stage, the gritty rise of Buju Banton. Let's be real, when we think of reggae legends, most of us jump straight to Bob Marley. But let me introduce you to the next chapter in reggae greatness, Buju Banton's unfiltered, hustle-hard, born from the streets origin story. This chapter isn't just inspiring, it's the kind of started-from-the-bottom saga that makes you want to root for the underdog, and maybe even blast some old-school Buju while you're at it. Buju was born as Mark Anthony Myrie in Kingston, Jamaica, specifically in the rough-and-tumble neighborhood of Barbican, Red Hills Road, Kingston 8. If you're picturing palm trees and ocean breezes, hit pause. This was the kind of place where dreams were tough, the streets were tougher, and only the bold survived. He was the youngest of 15 kids. Yes, 15. Which basically means the man was raised in chaos and learned to make his voice heard early on. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Before he was Buju, he was just a kid soaking in the street vibes, watching dancehall shows, and sneaking into sound clashes like a reggae sponge. By the age of 12, he was already grabbing the mic and toasting under the name Gargamel. That's right, this wasn't just talent, it was destiny wrapped in rhythm and attitude. His first big break came in 1986, thanks to DJ Clement Erie, who introduced him to producer Robert French. That connection led to his debut single The Ruler in 1987. From there, Buju was off to the races, collaborating with some of Jamaica's biggest producers, like Patrick Roberts and Winston Riley. And let's not forget the game-changing moment in 1991, when he joined Donovan Germain's Penthouse Records. That was the rocket launch that sent Buju into the reggae stratosphere. Bottom line? This chapter is all about grit, grind, and gut instinct. Buju didn't just walk into fame, he grabbed a mic, stepped into the chaos, and built his legend one beat at a time. Redemption, rhythms, and a reggae. Resurrection, Buju Banton's boldest transformation. Yet, okay, so picture this. You've made it big. Your name is lighting up charts. Your music is blaring through every speaker in Kingston, and boom! You drop a song recorded when you were just a teenager that causes international outrage. Yep, welcome to Buju Banton's wild ride through the eye of controversy, redemption, and artistic rebirth. Chapter 3 takes us straight into the firestorm. In 1992, the re-release of Buju's old track, Boom Bye Bye, lit a fire he didn't see coming. And not the good kind. We're talking backlash from activists, boycotts in the United States and Europe, and cancelled tour dates. His name was pulled from major festival lineups faster than a remix drops at a dancehall party. It could have been career-ending, but instead, it sparked something else. This was Buju's turning point. Rather than doubling down, he did a complete 180. He evolved. He leaned into conscious lyrics, spirituality, and a deeper message. He embraced Rastafarianism and began creating music with soul, message, and purpose. By 1995, he launched his own label, Gargamel Music. Because if you're gonna rise again, you might as well do it on your own terms, right? Let's talk sound. His album Unchained Spirit, released under Anti Records in the early 2000s, showed that Buju wasn't afraid to experiment. Punk rock, reggae, dancehall, it was all fair game. Then in 2009, he dropped Rasta Got Soul, which took 7 years to craft and earned him yet another Grammy nomination. The man was building more than a comeback. He was building a legacy. But just when things were heating up again, December of 2009 hit hard. He was arrested in Miami on federal drug charges. It was a gut punch. His career went on pause, and fans were left stunned. Yet even behind bars, Buju's music kept circulating, and his name never really faded. The comeback? Oh, it was coming. But that's a story for the next chapter. For now, just know this. Buju Banton didn't just survive controversy, he transformed through it. He went from firebrand to freedom fighter, from dancehall rebel to reggae philosopher. And the world was watching every beat of that journey. Luxury, legacy, and hillside hideaways. Inside Buju Banton's homes. When it comes to the lives of the rich and famous, their homes tell stories just as loud as their songs. And for Buju Banton, the homes he's owned are like chapters in his autobiography, each one speaking to a different phase of his journey. So, grab your passports, because we're jetting to the lush hills of Manchester, Jamaica, to take a closer look at the Myrie House, a property that's as unique and layered as the man himself. Nestled in the serene hills of Pussy Hill, this isn't just a house, it's a statement. The Myrie House reflects Buju's philosophy of balancing luxury with simplicity, and modern living with a deep respect for nature. Designed by the renowned Zir Design Associates, the home boasts floor-to-ceiling glass windows that frame breathtaking views of Jamaica's rolling greenery. Imagine sipping your morning coffee while the Caribbean sun bathes the room in golden light. Sounds like paradise, right? But wait, there's more. Inside, the house is an architectural masterpiece. Think intricate wooden paneling that pays homage to Jamaica's rich history of craftsmanship, combined with sleek, modern amenities. The open-concept layout flows seamlessly into expansive verandas and outdoor lounges, making it clear that this isn't just a home. It's a sanctuary. Yet, for all its Zen vibes, the Myrie House isn't shy about flaunting its modern luxury. From state-of-the-art kitchens to spa-like bathrooms, every detail is designed to provide comfort without overshadowing the natural elements. It's a place where Buju can create, reflect, and recharge. And while the Miri house stands as a testament to his success, Buju's story of homeownership isn't all sunshine. Back in December of 2009, his Florida property became infamous when it was raided, leading to his arrest on drug charges. It was a stark contrast to the tranquil hills of Jamaica, a reminder of the highs and lows that have shaped his life. So, what do Buju Banton's homes say about him? They're more than just places to live. They're reflections of his dual identity, modern reggae royalty, and a humble son of Jamaica. Every corner, every window, every view speaks to his journey, blending the struggles of the streets with the serenity of success. Fast lanes and fine leather. Buju Banton's life behind the wheel. All right, so we've seen the man light up stages, dominate the charts, and build a home that's basically a luxury resort in the hills. But let's talk about what really gets the adrenaline going. Buju Banton's cars. Because when he's not dropping lyrical bombs, he's cruising in serious style. Now, Buju isn't out here flaunting every vehicle on social media like some stars do, but the few we have seen, let's just say they're a vibe. First up is the jaw-dropping Ferrari F430, a supercar that's basically the love child of speed and elegance. We're talking Italian craftsmanship, over 400 horses under the hood, and a 0 to 60 sprint in just about 4 seconds. This car doesn't whisper wealth, it roars it. But Buju isn't just about flashy speed, he's about power with purpose. Enter the Range Rover. Sophisticated, rugged, and unapologetically luxurious. Whether it's climbing Jamaica's winding hills or pulling up to a show, this ride is all about presence. Plus, the leather, probably softer than a reggae ballad. In short, Buju's garage tells a story, equal parts rebel, royalty, and refined taste. The man knows how to ride in style, and honestly, would we expect anything less? Beats, blessings, and big hearts. Inside Buju Banton's philanthropic side. Now, let's flip the script for a second. We know Buju Banton as the reggae heavyweight, the lyrical giant, the man who turns rhythm into revolution. But what if I told you that behind the mic is a man with a mission bigger than music? Yep. When he's not commanding stages, Buju is quietly transforming lives. And no, this isn't just for headlines. In 2019, Buju decided it was time to give back in a way that was structured, sustainable, and straight from the heart. That's when the Buju Banton Foundation was born. His mission? Empower at-risk youth in Jamaica by providing the essentials: food, clothing, education, and healthcare. He's not just cutting checks, he's building futures. One of the most heartwarming moments came when he donated his entire Jamaica Festival Song Competition winnings, over $3 million Jamaican dollars, to the Sunbeam Children's Home. But instead of a one-time gift, he funded a poultry farm project to keep the home financially secure for years to come. That's smart giving with soul. And it doesn't stop there. In 2024, he contributed to the Maroon community in St. Elizabeth, honoring Jamaica's freedom fighters with a donation aimed at boosting infrastructure and local economy. Long story short, Buju's legacy isn't just about hits. It's about hope, love, loss, and legacy, the family ties of Buju Banton. All right, fam, this is where things get real. We've seen Buju Banton, the icon, the activist, the artist, but Chapter 7 pulls back the curtain on Buju the father, the ex-husband, and the man behind the headlines. And let me tell you, it's a story packed with twists, tenderness, and just a sprinkle of scandal. First off, let's talk numbers. Buju is the proud father of 17 children. Yes, you heard that right. 17! That's not a family tree, That's a family forest. Some of his kids have followed him into the limelight, each carving their own path. Marcus Myrie is making waves as a music producer, blending talent and legacy like a true heir to the throne. Then, there's Jodian Myrie, who took a totally different route, straight into politics, representing the Jamaica Labour Party. Talk about switching the mic for a mandate. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. His daughter Abihail made headlines in 2021 when she publicly accused him of abuse, leading to a very public estrangement. It was messy, emotional, and fans were divided. But in March of 2023, the two shared a reconciliation photo that had the internet collectively exhaling. Then came heartbreak. In April of 2024, Buju lost his 20-year-old son, Miles, a devastating blow that he shared with fans on social media. It was raw, emotional, and a reminder that even legends are human. So, while the world sees the star, his family life tells a story of joy, complexity, and resilience. Proof that even reggae royalty has to navigate the highs and heartbreaks of real life. Mic drops and final thoughts, wrapping up the Buju Banton saga. So here we are, the final chapter in the epic saga of Buju Banton. And let me tell you, if this were a movie, we'd be deep in the montage right now, queuing up a slow-motion sunset and a soulful dub plate playing in the background. But before we roll the credits, let's take a moment to soak in everything this larger-than-life artist represents. From humble beginnings in Kingston to standing ovations on global stages, Buju Banton didn't just climb the mountain, he built his own peak. He's been controversial, yes. He's faced jail time, public scrutiny, family feuds, and career detours that would have knocked most people out of the game completely. But not Buju. He kept evolving, kept fighting, and, most importantly, kept making music that moved people. This final chapter isn't just a summary, it's a celebration. Because Buju isn't the kind of artist you wrap up neatly with a bow. He's complex, raw, powerful, and deeply rooted in purpose. His journey is far from picture perfect, but it's real, and that's what makes it unforgettable. So if you've been vibing with us through this documentary, you know by now, Buju Banton isn't just a reggae icon. He's a symbol of resistance, rebirth, and relentless rhythm. And his legacy? It's still being written.